Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this 5-minute recap of the Awe of God. We're on chapter 38. It's titled Legacy. When you hear the name Benedict Arnold, what do you think of? He certainly left a legacy. So what kind of legacy are we going to create? We all create legacies. The question is, and the one we need to ask ourselves is, will my legacy be well remembered or frowned upon? The bigger question, though, is how our legacy will be viewed in heaven. So it's not just a legacy here, but a legacy in heaven. That's kind of a new thought. Is it beneficial or detrimental to the building of God's kingdom? Here's a verse, Genesis 22:17. Blessings I will bless you, and multiplying I will multiply your descendants, and your descendants shall possess the gates of their enemies. So something about legacy and following generations. How will they be blessed by us? Holy fear benefits our descendants. Now, that's a thought. If you want, just stop this video and ponder that for a moment. How does our holy fear actually have a blessing for our descendants? Luke 150, his mercy is on those who fear him from generation to generation. And then we have a story of Max Jukes. He was a guy who lived in the late 1800s, and he left a legacy, but it wasn't a good one. Out of his 540 descendants, among them 76 were convicted criminals, 18 brothel keepers, 120 prostitutes, and 200 government relief recipients. In short, there were generational sins that led to an abundance of dysfunctional behavior. So this one guy, Max Jukes, led such a life that his descendants were a mess. Conversely, about the same time, Jonathan Edwards and his wife, Sarah, they had 11 children. And he was a great man of God. He was a preacher, an evangelist. And he said every house should be a little church. So he was intentional about raising his kids. Out of their 1,394 known descendants, they reveal God's promise to those who fear him. And it kind of lived out that verse from Genesis. They will possess the gates of their enemies, and their children will be successful everywhere. Among their descendants were 13 college, university presidents, 65 college or university professors, 3 United States senators, 30 judges, 100 lawyers, 60 physicians, 75 Army and Navy officers, 100 ministers and missionaries, 60 authors of prominence, and 1 Vice President of the United States, Aaron Burr. Their offspring were successful because God honored the holy fear that Jonathan Edwards and his wife had. So, I don't know. It goes back to that thought. Holy fear benefits our descendants. I know. We just get caught up in the right now, in the day. We don't think that much about our descendants. We might think about our kids and leaving a good impression on them, but what kind of impression will they leave on their kids? So we have the opportunity really to do some amazing things. Here's a passage, Psalm 128. Your children will be like the vigorous young olive trees as they sit around your table. That is the Lord's blessings for those who fear him. Here's the final point as we run out of time. When you abide in holy fear, something significant is transmitted to your descendants. Not only will they be influencers, but you will continue to be blessed through them. So not only would your descendants be an influence on others, but they can also be a blessing back to you. So it's a strange and challenging and stretching thought, how our holy fear can affect our kids and our kids' kids and our kids' kids' kids. Again, it's a new and stretching thought, but I think it's one worthwhile. All right, take care. God bless.